mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Welcome to West Visayas State University College of Education, the only center for teaching excellence in Western Visayas. I am Dr. Julie Quidato, and I will be presenting to you the Extension Program of the college. Extension service is one of the triadic functions of the university. It has become a criterion component of accreditation. The university is not only accredited based on its excellence in teaching and research functions, but also its service to the community. Extension programs serves as an avenue to make an institution's presence felt in the community. It involves various services through which extension programs of an HEI can be extended to certain communities, such as extending healthcare services, promoting environmental management, alleviating the economic condition through the implementation of livelihood projects, devising literacy programs to improve the education status of the people, thus promoting the economic and social transformation of the people in the community. The College Extension Service is founded on the university's extension framework, whose vision is to build resilient communities through HELP, or health, environment, livelihood, and pedagogy. These four interdisciplinary areas facilitate the strategic plan of the university in redirecting resources to address significant emerging issues that will enhance the relevance and impact of extension programs. West Visayas State University's extension is anchored on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and the National Economic Development Authority's Ambition Natin 2040 on malasakit at pagbabago, as well as the three-tiered societal goals on human development, namely poverty reduction, enhancement of knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values, and improvement of the welfare of local communities it serves. With the complementary missions of instruction, research, and extension, WebSU promotes economic, social, cultural, and environmental progress through information dissemination, education, and communication, as well as the packaging of mature technologies using a multidisciplinary approach and need-based driven methods. The extension programs implemented by West Visayas State University through the University Extension and Development Center focus on capability building through education, conduct of livelihood skills training for out-of-school youth and unemployed adults, continuing education for professionals, technical assistance to support programs of government and non-government organizations, and the institutionalization of programs that will reach out to the deprived, depressed, and underserved schools or communities. Through this program thrust, WebSU can be a better partner in building resilient communities. The University Manual for Extension Operations is intended to provide the faculty, administrative staff, and students of West Visayas State University with a framework and guidelines for implementing extension programs and projects. The revised manual features the granting of monetary incentives to all those who are involved in the implementation of a particular extension program, project, activity. This supersedes the deloading scheme which was practiced earlier on. The new scheme also continues to encourage volunteerism, even as it recognizes extension programs, projects, as well as university extensionists who have demonstrated sustained excellence in extension services, which have a significant impact on the life of the university's development partners. The manual outlines the processes, duties, responsibilities, and expectation on extension programs and projects undertaken by the university personnel. In the spirit of living parallel philosophies, the College of Education traversed this journey of paradigm shift and convergence by embracing the Gawad Kalinga way. Less for self, more for others, enough for all. And the MMP battle cry, which is serving the last, the least, and the lost. Corazon Aquino, former president of the Philippines and Asia's icon of democracy, said this of Gawad Kalinga. In the expression of people power, Gawad Kalinga seeks meaningful change powered by a love for God and love for neighbor. It moves away from conflict and instead opens doors for convergence and harmony in the pursuit of a cause noble enough for all Filipinos to embrace. It does not look down on those who have less and is not judgmental of those who have more. But by the values it promotes, Gawad Kalinga makes a stand on the kind of life that Filipino communities should strive for, that the Filipino nation should be known for, a life of bayanihan, being heroes for one another. Gawad Kalinga is people power, and people power is Gawad Kalinga. The COE UEP, Serving Beyond the Academic Horizons, or Serve Bears, umbrella is the convergence of 3 extension programs. Each program has collaborative features. Collectively, the College of Education Extension Program is the College of Education Unified Extension Program, COE UEP. This umbrella program feature of the COE UEP embodies the convergent thought of making a difference by synergizing the similarities and differences to respond holistically and relevantly to the needs of its extension partners and stakeholders. These 3 programs are Mentoring the Mentors Program, or MMP, the Pag-Ulikid Program for Child Youth Development, Pag-Ulikid Proceed, and the Community-Based Intervention Program, or CBIP. Being under the same college, all curricular offerings work collaboratively to guarantee that all extension programs are implemented successfully. For clarity, let me highlight the collaborative extension programs of the PhD, the MAED, and the MEd. For MAED, the Mentoring the Mentors Program and Pag-Ulikid, Gawad Kalinga, Sibol, and Sagip programs. For PhD in Education, Mentoring the Mentors Program, and for MEd, the Community-Based Intervention Program, Mentoring the Mentors Program, and Pag-Ulikid, Gawad Kalinga, Sibol, and Sagip programs. The Pag-Ulikid, Gawad Kalinga, Sibol, and Sagip programs of the MEd and MAED focuses on listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These programs nurture and develop learners through an age-specific, value-based program that helps them to reach their fullest potential. It is a community-based program that envisions the child to be imbued with positive Filipino values and to be academically prepared for formal schooling. The extension activities are participated in by the faculty, staff, and students. There is synergy among different stakeholders and extension implementers as to the planning, implementation, monitoring, evaluation, and dissemination of technology learned. The extension program was able to receive the support of government and private agencies. This reflects that other agencies have confidence in the activities being conducted. Uswag Elementary School, a school assisted by the City School Board of the DepEd, requests assistance for mentoring the teachers from qualified faculty members under the BEd, MAED, MEd program. There is a complementation of the curricular program and extension projects activities. BEd, MAED, MEd students with their organizations conduct a hands-on activity to implement and practice what they have learned in the course like children's literature for the undergraduate and preparation of instructional materials for the graduate school. The Mentoring the Mentors program of PhD in Education is a well-established and award-winning extension program in its Phase 3 of implementation with Cabatuan District 2, DepEd Tigbawan, DepEd Calinog District 2 as the past sites, and now the city schools serving the children from Gawad Kalinga villages as the present service area. The program has ties with the Foundation for Worldwide People Power Incorporated and the Marie Eugenie Institute of Assumption. Results of our program evaluation review show that our activities have gained positive results. The MMP was replicated in the District of Calinog 2 in 2011 to 2013 to serve the teachers of the Panay Bukidnon indigenous people. From the seminar workshops conducted, the teachers revealed that they have enhanced their classroom management. Likewise, the school heads and administrators have been clarified with their roles, particularly their instructional leadership functions. In 2014 to 2016, it went to serve GK Villages learners in RG Hechanova Memorial School in Haro, Iloilo City to enhance the teachers' capability, especially in science and math education. And in 2016 to 2020, it was again replicated in Chu Chu Teg Ana Rose Foundation Integrated School to serve the most number of children coming from the Gawad Kalinga villages, such as Jose Maria Rasti Icacho GK Village and Uswag PLDT Smart Amazing GK Village. In the graduate school, example involvement of which is SME 603, Assessment of Learning in the actual tryout, and application of the assessment outputs in the course. Likewise, MMP also allows doctoral students taking curriculum development, psychology and guidance, and educational management to have a hands-on application of the principles learned in the course. MAED students facilitate Thinkathon and MED students in guidance and counseling on career guidance. The MMP also brought about several best practices that the college is proud to share. First, the curricular program and extension projects activities complement each other. Graduate school and undergraduate students participate in the planning, implementation, and evaluation of the extension projects and activities. This is particularly seen in the courses offerings like student teaching, community immersion, assessment of learning, career guidance, and many others. Students were given hands-on activities to implement or practice what they have learned in the course. The stakeholders are involved in the planning of the extension activities. The activities conducted are based on the results of the needs assessment. The stakeholders are given opportunities to suggest what activities are to be conducted based on their most urgent needs. The extension activities are participated in by the faculty, staff, and student. There is synergy among different stakeholders and extension implementers as to the planning, implementation, monitoring, evaluation, and dissemination of technology learning. Mentoring the Mentors program has been shown to transform teachers, school heads, and school achievements in the previous extension sites, the District 2 of Cabatuan and Tigbawan, Iloilo. Thus, as recommended by DepEd officials, we work for the sustainability of the program. Our stakeholders were empowered to conduct trainings to nearby schools, thus creating a ripple effect. The extension program was awarded several awards and researches was published for information and inspiration to others. Lastly is the community-based intervention program, CBIP, of MED, SPED, ECE. This extension program, formerly known as a Special Education Advocacy or SPED Advocacy, is a part of the College of Education Unified Extension Program. CBIP interventions are also being done in the Pag-Ulikid Proceed site at GK San Isidro Villages, Barangay San Isidro, Haro, Iloilo City. It is anchored on the program of WHO, UNESCO, ILO, and IDDC, which is community-based rehabilitation, a strategy for the inclusion of persons with disabilities in society. It is also aligned to Chapter 2, Section 17 of RA 7277, known as the Magna Carta for Disabled Persons. This extension program is aimed to help family members intervene in their children's educational performance and to train PWD members to strive for a better life through an approach that aims to bring the PWD and the community together. Furthermore, the program aims to remove some, if not all, barriers in the community standard in the way of educational development, address the cause of disabilities, and deliver services and programs through the expertise of the faculty members. I would like also to present the best practices of the BS-PED MEd program that resulted out of the aforementioned activities. The extension activities are participated in by the faculty, staff, and students. There is synergy among different stakeholders and extension implementers as to the planning, implementation, monitoring, evaluation, and dissemination of the technology they learned. The stakeholders are involved in the planning of the extension activities. The activities conducted are based on the results of needs assessment and situational analysis that were conducted. The stakeholders were given the opportunity to suggest what activities are to be conducted based on their most urgent needs. There is sustainability in the conduct of extension activities. The community-based intervention program serves not only the school teachers and children with additional needs, but also PWDs in the community, which are also one of the concerns of the LGU officials. With the knowledge and skills they garnered from various trainings, the government officials assist and support the PWDs in communal activities toward the attainment of independence and self-determination. Since the start of the SPED Advocacy Extension Program, enhanced strategies and methods were utilized by the teachers in teaching children with additional needs in the inclusive classroom. A research terminal study can attest to this. Parents were trained for early learning simulation and intervention of their children considered at risk. Parental intervention was evident in the research study done by the ECE faculty members. There is a complementation of the activities of the curricular program and extension projects. BSPED, MEd, and ECE students participate in the planning, implementation, and evaluation of the extension projects and activities. This is particularly seen in the course offerings SPED 216, or Family Systems in Early Childhood and Special Education, and ESED 213, SPED 206, Adapted Physical Education. Undergraduate and graduate students were given hands-on activities to implement and practice what they have learned in the course. This is evident in the course reports and outputs of the students. Envisioned to excel not only in academic pursuits, the College of Education Graduate School has designed, developed, and initiated innovative community and extension services. Through this, the college has reached out to communities to further realize and extend its culture of excellence. Throughout the years, the College of Education has implemented these services as evidence in the different schools and communities it has supported and assisted. We believe in making a difference through positive and lasting transformation by serving the least, the last, and the lost, and embracing the philosophy, less for self, more for others, and enough for all. Kaya matibay ang walis dahil nabibigkis. Maraming salamat po.